Hello viewers, Chief here today. What we will be doing will be a taste test, a product review and personal opinion on this well-known Australian favourite chocolate biscuit called Tim Tams, and they are manufactured by the Arnotts Biscuit Company. At one stage the Arnotts Company was sold to the American firm the Campbell Soup Company, who in turn just recently sold it to a company called KK&R and Company for a sum of about $3.14 billion. So there is a couple of dollars to be made in the chocolate biscuit line. In the early 90s I was living and working in Sydney, where one of the outlets that made these chocolate biscuits and other biscuits in the line, and the one fond memory I always had was smelling the biscuits baking in the ovens coming from the factory. It was always the smell of warm biscuits being made, and it was always mouth-watering. What we're going to do today is open up a packet, examine each biscuit and do a bit of an analysis on them. And if you ask any self-respecting Australian person to name a chocolate biscuit, more often than not the first thing that pops in the head is Tim Tams. Okay, having a look at the packet a little bit closer, it says on the bottom left hand corner that each packet contains 11 biscuits and the net weight's approximately 200 grams. I'm old enough to remember as a kid when Tim Tams were manufactured there used to be 12 in a packet. But there you go, that's the way things are these days. They're cutting back slightly because the cost of ingredients and other things go up and you have slightly less product. We'll just weigh the biscuits and see if it comes into pretty close to 200 grams, and according to scales it says it's 211 grams there, so we could surmise the packaging's approximately 11 grams. That's pretty negligible. We'll open the packet up and we'll have a look at these little babies. Here we've opened up the outer wrapper of a packet of Tim Tams just to make it a bit easier to see. It has the usual big barcode on one of the sides of the packet. Of course there's the dispose of the empty packet responsibly logo, which appears on most products throughout the world today, where the biscuit's manufactured, and if you need to call, there's the consumer hotline here. It's a bit hard to see because the print's a bit small. I think it's a very pretty looking package because the colour itself is about the colour of the chocolate biscuit, so it's quite apt in a way. The name Tim Tam appears quite prominently on there with a nice big picture of the product itself. Of course you have the Arnotts logo, that's been around, seems to be forever. And on the opposite side you just have some consumer information there. Now I had to get the magnifying glass to have a look at this, but a serving size is approximately one biscuit according to the packet, which weighs according to the packet 18.3 grams, and that contains approximately 8.2 grams of sugar in each biscuit and a little bit of dietary fibre and carbohydrate and sodium and the usual things on there. It gives you the protein and energy stats. If you really want to look at it you can look it up on the website, but it's just the standard sort of stuff for a chocolate biscuit. Now every time I open a packet of Tim Tams I always just unfold the crease at the end there and always grab the tray, hold it like this and just slide it out very slowly. To me it's like an unveiling of a portrait in an art gallery, and I always treat it as a bit of a special event because to me these are a special biscuit. Let's take them all the way out. I usually only pull it out far enough to take out a biscuit and another one, then replace it and try to keep it in the original condition. That's just me, I'm a little bit fussy. But there we have the 11 Tim Tams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You never know, if you don't count them there might be the 12th one in there and go back to the original size. So let's weigh an individual biscuit and see how we go. Okay, we have the one Tim Tam biscuit. Let's place it on the scale and see what it comes up as. And it says 17 grams, which is pretty close to what it says on the packet. I think it was 18.3, but you know, not going to quibble over 1 gram. That's more or less an accounting error, you can consider that. The packaging states we have about 8.3 grams of sugar in each biscuit, so let's see if we can get around 8.3 grams of sugar onto the scales just to have an idea how much that is per biscuit. Well, there's 8 grams there. I don't think I can get the 0.32 easily. So there's 8 grams of sugar on the scale. According to the packet, that's what's in each biscuit, and there's a biscuit. Now, that's not an accurate reflection of the concentration of sugar to the size of the biscuit in comparison, you've got to factor in with the chocolate and the cream filling, that's how much sugar's in there. So it's really only a couple of teaspoonfuls, so I don't think it's going to kill you unless you have a lot of these a day. So here we have one Tim Tam biscuit. What does it look like underneath? What I've done is I've taken the liberty of peeling all the chocolate away from a Tim Tam biscuit, and underneath just seems to be a little rectangular shaped malto milk biscuit, or a biscuit similar to that type of brand. And as you can see, it's just the top half of biscuit, it's just a malt biscuit, and underneath, I'll just try and grab another one. It's a bit sticky because the chocolate's still melted. Here we have the bottom half, and in between the biscuit you can see that there's the top layer of biscuit, and then we have a thick layer of cream, chocolate cream through here. That little mark in the middle is just where I've sliced a knife in between and lifted it up, and then you have another one of these biscuits underneath. So you'd have the biscuit, the layer of cream, another one on the top, and then if you can see from the side profile, it looks like a bit like a sandwich or a jam sandwich, and then they coat the whole thing with chocolate. Underneath it's just little bubbles there from when it goes over the roller with the chocolate, and there's little air bubbles that get trapped in the process. And there we have it. It's just some malt biscuits wedged in with some chocolate cream sauce, and together the end result is a Tim Tam biscuit. And here we come to the best part of the video, is the taste test. We'll just take a little bite and just see how we go. And there we have it. I'm just trying to swallow this bit. You can see the two different layers of biscuit on the top and the chocolate cream in between. The chocolate cream's quite thick. These ones have been in the fridge, so a little bit more solidified, so it's a little bit easier to see. I don't know how close I can get, if we can get any focus on there, but probably not. But I'll see if we can break one in half without getting chocolate everywhere. Might be a bit easier to see that way. You can see the slightly lighter colour between the two darker top and bottom parts of the biscuit. That's how thick the cream is compared to the diameter of the biscuit. It's about a third is the special recipe of chocolate cream. And then we have a Tim Tam. Now these have always been my favourite chocolate biscuits. There are lots of different ones about, but this seems to be a milk cream chocolate biscuit, and they're so popular. They're the ones that most Australians will mention when you ask them to mention a chocolate biscuit that was made in Australia. If you haven't tried a Tim Tam, do yourself a favour and try one, form your own opinion, maybe leave some comments. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.